This is day 2 of our 21-day fast. This is Bonnie Wiley, and Know and Grow. You can't live what you don't know. And before we even get started, I'm asking you to go ahead and put a like down below, comment, share, help this video get out. It's how Facebook works and how YouTube works. Our topic today is preparation. We had a word Sunday morning. It was tongues and interpretation, and it talked about preparing, being prepared, seeking the Lord. He was going to do great things, but we needed to prepare, and that just registered with my soul because that's something I've been praying for some time now, that the Lord would prepare me for whatever He has ahead for us. We're looking for revival. We have other prayer requests that are heavy on our hearts, and we need to sometimes get ourselves prepared for that to happen. Sometimes things are held off, I believe, because the people, God's people, aren't prepared. And today I'm just going to speak briefly to those of us who are seeking heavily for certain answers to prayer or for revival. Because when revival comes, are we going to be ready? Do we know how to lead someone to the Lord if we're an altar call worker? Do we have our schedule cleared enough at home? Are we too distracted? Are we too filled up with other things? You know, when revival comes, there's night after night after night of services. If you're one of the ones that are so hungry for revival, we have to think about, are we ready to give up our nights? Are we ready to give up activities that we were doing to be in the house of the Lord, to assist in any way that the pastor might need us to facilitate and help people that are coming to the altar that are having needs. Even things like running the soundboard and giving announcements, leading songs. We need to be prepared. So I think that was an excellent word, and I'm so grateful for that word that we received on Sunday morning. And another thing, we're praying for those special prayer requests that we have. And I just want to bring out one little story I heard about somebody who was praying for their loved one to be saved. And when they were saved, they were so radically changed that it really rocked the boat for the person that had been praying for their salvation. Their lives became turned upside down. Sometimes we're not ready for that. We're praying for salvation for someone, they get saved, and they're so radically changed that it rocks our boat, and we have to adjust ourselves. So that's another thing. We need to be prepared for whatever the Lord has for us. And so that's a word pretty much for those of us who are really seeking for revival and for God to move in our country and in our families or other prayer requests that we have. So what would happen in our nation if, let's just say, we're praying this 21-day fast, and you can do whatever kind of fast you want. If you didn't hear last week, I'm telling you that now, whatever you feel the Lord telling you to do. But if there is a red wave at the midterms and things shift, you know there's going to be a lot of opposition. They're not just going to let it go, and there's a lot ahead. But what happens when there's a change, a big shift in our nation, and there is a need for people to fill in the gaps? Maybe people on the liberals lose their positions. Maybe there's openings for things on your school board. Maybe there's things that come up that make you just have to shift how you've been thinking. Maybe you have to adjust to a nation that has adjusted. There could be major adjustments, good adjustments, but it could shift your priorities. It could make us say, hey, I need to leave this job I'm doing because there's been such a shift in my nation that there's a need over here. There is a Bible school that's opening, and I need to go be their caretaker. I need to help feed the students, or I need to go teach, or whatever could happen as the glory of the Lord fills this earth and major changes come. We need to be prepared to shift our lives So that's my word for today, and I told you I'd keep it short, and I'm already over 5 minutes. I'm headed towards 10. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make these short, but thanks for listening. We'll be back next time, and tomorrow is going to be declutter. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.